Hello, this is Jacob from Kayhan Audio. Today I'll be showing you some of the features and things you can actually do with our inbuilt GPS on our units. So this is running iGo Next Gen on our VE Series 2 and VE Series 1 version 2, plus the FGMK1 Series version 3, and anything along those lines. All our newer units will have this iGo system. So what you want to do is tap into your navigation, let it load, give it a moment. Right off the bat, what you can tell is tap onto the bottom left and you can see how for your speed, the time you'll be arriving at your destination, the time left for us to make it there, so 44 minutes, and the amount of kilometers we're going to be going, which is 45. If you click back and tap onto the bottom right, you can go on to Detours and Alternatives. So if you tap onto Detours and Alternatives, it'll give you multiple options. So if you go to avoid special sections, so basically if you want to avoid toll or the M1, or if you want to avoid toll gates, you just tap onto toll and it will give you an alternative route which will avoid the toll gate. As you can see, our orange line is the new path, whereas the blue line would be the toll gate. So it's showing us the orange one. We tap accept. So now we have a way to go with no toll whatsoever. You can also go into Detours again and tap onto, so there's multiple different options here. I'll just tell you what they can do. If you're going to avoid specific road, so if you have a specific road you don't want to take for specific reasons, or somewhere you know there's a lot of heavy traffic, you can just tap onto that and search or come up with multiple options, and you can tap whichever road you don't want to take. If you want to avoid a whole route, like an entire route that you don't like, so a specific route that goes all the way around the city or through the city, you can tap onto avoid route and change that. You also have restore to original route, so if you have changed anything, so as you saw before, I changed it to no toll, so if you want to change it back, just tap onto that, click OK, and it'll restore our pathway to one with toll. If you go back and tap onto the bottom right again, if you go into settings, you go into warnings. So once you're in warnings, this will give you, if you tap onto road signs, so if you tap onto road signs, turn them on, make sure they're on, tap onto general warnings. If you go into tap onto distance, so basically this distance option will pop up in all your warnings options. So what distance does is this will be the amount of distance before you reach the area that will give you the warning. So what this GPS does really well is it will warn you whether a camera or something along those lines will come up. And if you want to be warned a while ahead of the camera, you can put it into 1 kilometer before arriving near the camera. It will warn you, or you can put up to 500 or even lower to 100 or 0 if you already know where it is. So those are some of the options there. If we tap back one more time, we can go into alert points. Once you go into alert points, you can go into speed camera types. So here will show you the speed camera, so the normal speed camera, the mobile speed cameras, the built-in speed cameras, the average just normal speed cameras and the lights, and then you got the red light camera. So this is the ones that are inbuilt into the lights, red light and speed camera. So if it's a section where they have both, and there is bus lane camera, so just in case there's a bus lane that you want to park into, like an emergency stop, it'll let you know which bus lane you can stop into or something along those lines. Whereas the ones that do have cameras, they have warnings on them. They have the bus lane camera warning on them. If you tap onto any of the option, you can again click onto, so audio warning, you can change that to when approaching or only when speeding. So if you're speeding, you can put it up to, so basically if you're approaching it, it'll let you know, or it'll let you know that you're speeding too much. It'll only let you know when you're speeding too much and you're arriving near a camera. But if you're driving at a moderate level, let's say 80 to 90, at a speed camera that's watching out for anything above 100, it won't warn you because you're going at a moderate speed. But if you have it on, when approaching, it'll warn you anyway. So it'll let you know whether or not you are going 90 or 80. And this option will be with all of them. So with all of these speed camera logos and icons that pop up on your map. So we also have alert types. So if you go into alert types, basically it will show you your railroad crossing. So these little logos will pop up on your map. I'll show you these in a moment. So you got railroad crossings, you got high accident zones, so a place that's very known for accidents. School zone, you got entering urban areas, so basically your suburbs and whatnot, you're entering those. Just home areas. Toll booth, so this toll booth will warn you whether or not this that place has like the toll, so you don't want to pay for toll. You can avoid those manually by having a look at your map if you're not using the navigation. If that's hospital nearby or ambulance, will let you know as well. Fire station, the logo's there as well, so if a fire station does come up, it'll let you know. So if we go back, all the way back, tap on the settings again, go on to settings, and then route preferences. Route preferences, basically, this is your options for motorways, roads with peerage, so basically all your normal options. And at the bottom, so if you have unsealed roads, so some roads that have been sealed off or something along those lines, that you know, maybe if you turn these on, it will still show you those roads, and you can use those roads if they are now available. You also have four-wheel drive tracks, so if you have a four-wheel drive and you're going out to mountains or something along those lines and you don't want to really go all the way around, and there is a track for the four-wheel drives, something easier, so if you have a car capable of doing it, if you tap onto that and enable it, it'll show you the four-wheel drive tracks around the mountain or wherever you're going. You also have carpool lanes. That is not eligible because in Australia we don't have carpool lanes. I believe so. We may have some in specific areas, but the majority of them are in America. So this is for our American customers. If you want to turn that on, it will basically show you the carpool lanes, which lanes give you all the information for them and whatnot. So that's just mostly for the American customers. But yeah, there is route planning method. So if you tap onto that, so if you go on to, so you have the fastest, so if you want to, so the default route every time you pick a new location you take, so it will either show you the fastest, the easiest, the shortest. I wouldn't know what green is, however, so we'll tap onto that, but we have it on fastest right now. And if you tap on the vehicle, it will let you know of all the different types of vehicles they will be crossing or coming near. So let me just show you some of the examples of what we have. So if we go back right here, right over off the bat, if you go over here, tap onto that, you can see this is a speed camera. We have speed cameras built right there, and we have a railroad crossing right over there as well. So if we go zoom out a little bit, you can also see the M1 is right here along these lines. You have building zones here, you have traffic lights here, so there's also slip road, I'm guessing, slip road. So yeah, these are multiple options. If you zoom out, you can see even more. But yeah, the M1 and all your locations and whatnot. Yeah. As you can see, that's the end destination. Thank you for watching this video. Feel free to like and subscribe. Please share the video so other people may learn a little bit and learn how to use the GPS. This is Jacob from Kayhan Audio, signing off. Bye-bye.